What's happening, Hammers? Dan Lawless here, back with another edition of the West Ham Week, where I take three of the biggest stories from West Ham from throughout the week and break it down to 2-minute sections. Now, before we get into things, don't forget to subscribe. Press that bell thingy, because sometimes YouTube don't always tell you when the video bloody goes up. It's been a big week this week. One manager leaves, another one enters. So let's get into some news. Let's start the timer now. So, Andy Carroll, right? I know I wanted to talk about this a lot earlier. I know he said it earlier in the week, but he's come out after the Liverpool defeat and criticised the fans for leaving early, basically. Said they really should be staying, they should be loyal and getting behind the team, blah, blah, blah. Now, in some ways, I agree with him in terms of, I'm not one that leaves early, but when it's like 2-1 or 2-0 or something like that, and people going in for their beer at like half an hour into it or something, or leaving early when we're 2-1 down or something, it's a bit weird because you could get back into it. But like, the thing is, at the moment the players have given us no belief whatsoever. And where does Andy Carroll get off criticising the fans at all? I mean, the bloke has been so unprofessional throughout most of his career, getting injured and going out on the lash and partying and things like that. And where has he been this season, to be honest with you? Like, he really has been non-existent. When he's not been injured, he's been hardly impacting the games at all. So I just think it's an absolute cheek for him to not slag off, but have a pop at the fans like that. The thing is, we're just sick of it. The players ain't been putting the effort in on the pitch. We know, pretty much what the result's going to be. We go 1-0 down, game over pretty much. And it's been so frustrating. When at that Liverpool game, it got to the point, and now I don't leave early. I like to see it all the way through. But I didn't want to be there. I mean, it doesn't help, obviously, but like I said, people don't feel that comfortable in the stadium as it is. And, when we're getting battered, it's just not a fun place to be at all. So even I didn't want to be there. So fans pay their money. You've got to give something back to the fans. You've got to give them a reason to want to stay. You've got to give us belief that you could come back. And we haven't got that lately. So start putting the effort in yourself, Carroll. Moving on. So David Gold has come out and talked, as he likes to do. They all like to talk, the owners, don't they? And shoot their mouth off all the time. And now he's come out and said Moyes won't have much money to spend in January, because we spent so much in the summer and signed so many great players in the summer. He won't have much to spend in January, which is an absolute joke. I think it's like £4 million net spend. And we was chasing another player, which we didn't get. And this is what just winds me up. They put this monetary value on things in terms of, right, well, we don't want to spend this much money. It's like, if there's a player that can really help improve the squad and help the squad push on, and he happens to be 40 million quid, pay the 40 million quid. Spend what we need to spend. If the players are out there, then, spend the money. If they're not out there and we spend a little bit, and you could say, right, well, we couldn't get this, and this, that's fair enough. But to say he's not going to have money to spend before we've even seen what's available, I think is a joke. Like, obviously, we're looking at him as a short term, but we still need the bloke to keep us up. And if he identifies a top player that could keep us up and push on, then give him the bloody money. This is what winds me up about the board. It's like they seem to have any excuse not to spend money. Any excuse. Not really having faith in Slav, or he didn't want this player, that player. Just coming up with a load of old bollocks, really, constantly. And we just feels like it's going to be the same again next year, whatever manager comes in. If we get a top manager, right, that we want to get in the summer, if I see anything less than giving him whatever he wants to spend, then, that would be an absolute travesty. And I'm just sick of the way they're going. Just shut up, David Gold, honestly. Get out of the media. So, David Moyes is our new manager. And it's been met with mixed reactions. I was a bit unhappy when I heard about it at first, and on reflection, I think it's going to be all right. I think it could be, like, as a short-term appointment, I think he'll do a good job. And it's already being seen with the players. It's come out, he's been working hard. He had a double training session the other day. they've come out, ex-employees said, yeah, he spoke to a couple and they've said the training is very hard. It's a lot better than what it was. So that's good news. Apparently they was just sort of getting away with stuff and coming in whenever they want and not getting punished for certain things, turning up late and all of this. And now it's a lot stricter, which should get them a lot fitter, more disciplined and things like that. So I think that can only be a good thing. That's what we need. You know, with West Ham Twitter account been posting videos of them doing proper training drills instead of, you know, scoring worldies and volleys and stuff like that. But the thing that winds me up, right, is so the players have been coming out and saying, oh, how much better the training is and Bilic's training wasn't good and things like that. But the players have to take some responsibility for themselves, right? They've been just simply abusing Bilic's lack of discipline on the players and things like that, and just taking the piss, really. Take some personal responsibility for your own fitness and your own training and putting the performances in on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, sitting there, like, if they really cared about the results, about what was going on, they'd be standing up and saying to Bilic the training's not good enough, instead of apparently telling him after he's already left, if you believe the rumours. They'd be going into the gym and putting in an absolute shift, turning up on time. It just really wires me up. It shows that they absolutely didn't give a shit at all. And they should be ashamed of themselves. Honestly, it's a disgrace. They need to buck their ideas up, honestly. So, that's it for the West Ham week. Gosh, I could have gone on a lot longer. There's a bit of, you know, I don't know, ranting or whatever that was. I don't know. But I was just a bit wound up by some of the things. You know, Goldie always winds me up. And the players, I just think, you know, they should be ashamed of themselves, honestly, for the way they've behaved. They really should. So, yeah, I had to get off my chest anyway. So, thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments below. I really want to see what you guys have to say on the subjects. I always enjoy reading and commenting and interacting with you guys when I can. So, get on that. Don't forget to follow us on all the social medias. If you haven't seen, we are on this new app called Volley. Wait, let me get my phone. Volley, it's called. It's like Instagram meets Twitter type of thing. So you can download that on Android or iOS. You basically get it from the store, install it, blah blah blah, open it up, and then you've got like your options to look at the news feeds and stuff. But the main thing is pressing the little camera button in the middle, and then you can do a poll where you sort of click poll, you type your question in, then you put your choices in. And then you put your second choice in, and then you post that, and it gives you a nice little picture of a football pitch in the background. Don't give you that. And then photos or videos you can upload. So you click photo, you scroll through your camera feed, and then you select a photo, click next, and then you've got your options here, whether to crop it, add a filter, adjust it, you know, so you go through, look, Messi, Pele, CR7, Zidane, go for a bit of a Zidane, click the tick, hold up, click the tick, press that little downloady button, and then it loads the image, and then boom, write your caption, share, and then you can also share it to Twitter as well, so, you know, good little thing. Yeah, so check that out, and yeah, let me know how you guys find it. Follow us on there, at West Ham Fan TV on the Volley, so you know you can keep up. We will be doing exclusive content. Nikki has something coming very soon for that, so look out for that. So everyone's been asking me what is Volley and how do you use it, so I thought I'd put that in there. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, all of that stuff. Have a brilliant weekend. International week, it's boring, but just take it easy, relax, and enjoy yourself, and we'll move on to Watford next week. One thing left to say, come on you Irons.